All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to ready. Hernandez out on the mound, facing Wang Sung Bin, the electric center fielder for Lotte. Have to worry about a bunt here to start with. No Shiwan already up on the grass. And here comes the first pitch. We are underway. And it's in there for a strike. Wang Sung Bin, again, need to get some stuff set up, but we'll get ready. Welcome, Mary Kate. It's the 0-1. It's ugly looking swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. Give me a. Thank you, Mr. Yahoo fan. Hey, Luke. Perfect. Glad you were able to find a place, as that's misses outside, ball one. An hour away, that's not a bad drive. That's not, again, that be able to play is definitely not bad. You guys have to give me just a few minutes here. I got to get some stuff still set up. Yeah. So that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman grabs it, throws across, and that is one away on the 4-3 putouts. Brings up the number 2 hitter, Go Sung Min. I honestly think I did not really look at all. Unfortunately, I've been Tuesdays are a super busy day for me, so I didn't really have a chance to look at anything. But give me a few minutes after I get all the songs and everything situated, and I'll let you know. As that misses way outside, ball 1-0. Go Sung Min, since coming back from his suspension. Thank you, Jungle. Welcome. So since his suspension, his 30-game suspension after the gambling thing, as that is in there for strike, 1-1. Oh, a Pohang game? Ugh. Yeah, that's a swing and a miss. Thank you, Rasmus. As that is gets a tip of it, but it is into the glove, and that will be strike 2. As I got one more thing, I have to get fixed. There. All right, 2-2 counts coming up. 8 pitches already for Hernandez. Has not pitched. Yeah, there's no advantages of hanging out in Daegu, shaking it in Daegu. That is, I believe that Hanwha gets this. I just, I don't know, they're home. KBO and lunch, it sounds almost as good as a KBO and breakfast. Or some Chimake and KBO. The 2-2 pitch misses way upstairs, and that is a full count, ladies and gentlemen. Our first one of the day. Oh, it took us all the way to 2 pitches. Anta Chigo, Subi Chigo. All right, 3-2 pitch. It sets up on the inside. And that's going to be fouled away. It stays a 3-2. Thank you, Luke. As that is a swing and a miss. That's going to be the first strikeout of the day for Hernandez, and that is 2 away. So, 3 teams have second homes. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. 2 teams have second homes. 4 teams used to have second homes. So, Hanwha has a second home in Cheongju. So they play usually 2 series a season in Cheongju, as that is in there for a strike to Reyes. And then years ago, Kia had a second home. Samsung has a second home in Pohang. So they play 2 series a year in Pohang. Lotte is that is inside Reyes there. Lotte also had a second home. Their second home used to be Changwon Masan, but then Changwon and NC created their own team. So Lotte's second home moved is going to be roped up to center field, but E.G. Young catches that on the line, and that will be 2 away. As a 1-2-3 go the old Lotte Gigantes as we will head to the bottom of the first. 0-0. So on top of so Lotte had to get a new second home. That new second home was Ulsan. And up until obviously this year, their second home was in Ulsan, so they'd play a couple series a week or a couple series a year in Ulsan. But now Ulsan has their own second league team, so Lotte has lost both of their second homes. Hanwha last year with the new stadium, they didn't play any games in Cheongju. Cheongju is about an hour for me. Daejeon is about 2 hours for me. So it's in the same area. It's in the same province called Chungcheong. Chungcheong has a north and a south, so they're in the same province or province or province, not providence, province. So but yeah, they did not play last year there, so maybe they'll play this year. Again, I don't know if they will or not. All right, my control box still isn't up and running yet, so we'll have to deal with this as we go. Beasley out on the mound. Throws a lot of strikes. He does throw a lot of strikes. Can he get them? The club you're going to join, Luke, is only a 125 winning percentage. Well, it could be worse, I guess. You could just not be able to play. I would take a 125 winning percentage as long as I got to play over not getting to play. All right, to stepping is in E.G. Young getting the start today in center field again. Getting the start in center field because I think Beasley throws a little too fast for the old Iwan Suk. And that is a foul to straight back, 0-1. Beasley's throwing speed, leading things off. E.G. Young, a 240 on the season. Does have 2 home runs, plays his center field. Can play right field or center field. Just tends to strike out too much. He is able to lay off of that. Hanwha is just really been struggling to find somebody in the leadoff spot. Another 1-1. Misses up high. Thank you, Palmers. Thank you. All right, the 2-1 pitch. Misses up high. 3-1. Kenny, even Lotte has a better than a 125 winning percentage. Got to give Lotte a little credit there. And that is in there for the strike, and we've got ourselves Hanwha's. That's perfect. Middle-aged guys, we like to have some fun too. Yes, that is up high, ball 4, and he walks the leadoff batter. Walking the leadoff batter. That is not how you start to win games, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you're aware of that, but usually it's not good when you walk the leadoff batter. I said usually because sometimes there are a few instances where it doesn't really matter. All right, Peraza steps in. That's his beautiful strike in there, and it's 0-1. Oops. It's a grounded foul, 0-2. You talking about Hanwha hitting into a double play? I don't know about that. I don't think so with Peraza. Loves playing against Lotte. Almost a 1200 OPS against Lotte. As here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lays off of it. Again, that is a pitch that a couple years ago when he was here in 2024, he would have been swinging at. He is hitting 1,000 against Beasley, a 2 for 2. Yeah, another 1-2 pitch. That is going to be a soft little bloop into center field. It's going to drop, and Eugene Young is going to head on over to first, and Peraza comes up with the first hit of the day. And they've got runners on first and second with nobody out. Yeah. Bunts with the... Gotta love it. I'd love to see a bunt here. Okay. All right, stepping up now, Moon Hyun Bin. Now, I could see Moon Hyun Bin hitting into a double play. And he drops the bunt, but he bunts it into the ground and pops it up. Bunt, bunt, bunt. Well, Kiwi, that answers your question. Moon Hyun Bin, 314 on the season, and 8 home runs, but he has really actually been struggling a lot lately. Again, I mean, Kiwi, if you score a run in the first inning, you win the game. I mean, there's zero chance they're going to have any other chances for the rest of the game to get a run. That is going to be a bunt, pops it up, but he'll throw over to first, and that is 1 away. Moves the runners up a base, 1 out. They did increase their chance now of scoring a run. Sacrifices scores a run. But again, why are you playing for 1 run in the first inning? Yeah. And your bullpen. I mean, your bullpen is lights out. Zero chance that they score a run against that bullpen. All right, bottom of the first, runners on second and third. Kongbeko looks to just strike one right down the middle. And it's 0-1. 48 RBIs on the season, leading the league. Helps when you guys got runners on second and third when you come up to bat. Yeah, it's the 0-1. It's fouled, and it's 0-2. Right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch. Nope, he calls time. He says, give me a second to think about this real quick. I got an 0-2 count. I got runners on second and third. I'm expected to drive one of these in, but I've not been successful on the first 2 pitches. Oh, here we go. He taps the glove down on the ground, and the 0-2 pitch slaps at it. Stays 0-2. Beasley, Beasley, Beasley. Ah, you were asking about other games here. Yes, that is into the dirt. 1 and 2. Yeah, honestly, all the games seem like pretty good games today. Again, you got SSG starter doesn't have a lot of confidence in him, but they're playing against Kium. NC has their starter on the mound, but Doosan also has a guy that's been throwing fairly well as the 1-2 pitch now. That's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman is going to throw to first, and that is going to score a run. And that's going to be an RBI 4-3 groundout, and Hanwha takes the early 1-0 lead. That's, ladies and gentlemen, is why you bunt there, because this run guarantees that Hanwha wins the game. Guaranteed now to win the game on that Takangbe Ko RBI ground out. Yeah, finally cut Brooks, and they brought in, what is it, Haruda or Haruda? I don't know how to pronounce his actual name. Is Noshiwan that steps in now. All right, the 0-1 pitch. Can they score more than one? Numbers say no. Here we go, the 0-1 pitch. This is outside, 1-1. Beasley did not pitch well against earlier in the season against Hanwha. We'll see if he can turn it around this game. Again, Hanwha, the big question mark is always going to be, if they get a run, if they get a lead, can they keep the lead? And can they keep the lead without having a 7-8 run lead going into the last couple innings? Is that's another foul, 1-2. Always the question. All right, so the 1-2 pitch, waving the gloves side to side. He throws the bat out there. The left fielder makes a couple steps in and makes the catch. And that's a 3 away. The bunts did work exactly how the numbers say. They increase their chance of scoring 1 run, but they decrease their chance of scoring more than 1. We will go to the second inning. It is 1-0 Hanwha. Oh, yeah. Playing for that 1 run in the first inning. Extremely important stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Extremely important stuff. All right, so 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up in the top of the inning. 1-0 lead. They're gonna have Nassim Yup, Han Dong-hee, and the captain Jun Junu. All right, Nassim Yup steps in. And looks at just strike 1. Two. And a swing, and that is now 0-2. Fortunate that he goes deep in this game. Again, anytime you have the Hanwha Eagles, you have to worry about the bullpen, as most of their bullpen from last year is down in the second league. Swing and a miss, and that is going to be a strikeout number 2 for Hernandez. That's high fastball that I've been talking about for years. That is the question, Harpo. Can he get a hit? All right, Han Dong-hee steps in now. And he lays off. Was that a 3-pitch strikeout, ladies and gentlemen? I believe it was. Way outside at 2-0. foul or a foul. I'm almost done with my prep work, guys. Couple more things. Yeah, another 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. 2-2 with a pitch number 22 in the top of the seconds. Deuces wild here in the second inning, ladies and gentlemen. Deuces be wild. And the 2-2 lays off of that, runs the count full, 3-2. Second full count of the day. For Lotte, they struck out in the first one. And that is a fouled away, stays at 3-2. All right, here we go. The 3-2 pitch once again. Lays off of it and he walks him. That'll be the first base runner of the day for Lotte. And brings up the captain and number 6 hitter. All right, to Junzanu steps in. Big fan of his song. And that is lifted right fielder Peraza at the warning track. And we don't even get to hear it, says that is out number 2. No, that's it, Arpo. We don't even have time to listen to the whole thing before he gets out. That brings up Junmin Jae, the shortstop. Right to Junmin Jae, 264 on the season, as that is a strike right down the middle, and it's 0-1. Yeah. The most predictable thing is no matter what, there is going to be a bat flip as that misses outside, 1-1. On 1 is a swing and a miss, 1-2. Yeah, it's a foul away. It stays 1-2. 30 pitches now for Hernandez. 15 in the first inning. 15 here in the second with 2 outs and 2 away. And that is lifted up. Moon Hyun-bin is going at the wall. Goodbye, baseball. Junmin Jae with a 2-run shot.
Thank you for the recommendation, Donov 2000.
Lotte the lead. Thank you, Donov. And that, ladies and gentlemen, just ruined the bunts. We thought that they would have been able to win the game on a 1-0 lead from a bunt in the top of the first, but they are not able to. Surprise, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Everyone here is surprised. Everyone is surprised. But on the bright side, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some more cards here. We've got the official card plus. I did see that Moon Hyun-bin is now advertising new cards. He is advertising new cards. They're not out yet. Is Jung Do-sung. All right, here we go. First pack of KBO cards out of this new box. I pulled one from the middle. We'll see what we get. Welcome, Sean. All right. All right, to two away. Jong Du Song steps in and looks at a ball up high, 3-0. Oh, Lotte is. That's why they're the Lotte Norebang. All right. Oh, walks him on 4 pitches, but that's not why I'm saying. Oh, brings up the number 9 hitter here. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got an absolute banger to start off. So, starting with Son Dong-hyun, the excellent pitcher, the excellent guy out of the bullpen for KT. But then we've got Lee Ji-gang, a reliever for LG. But after that, we've got an absolute banger. We've got a GOAT all-star card, ladies and gentlemen, with the pixel background. Take a look at that. That is an absolute beaut. Absolute beaut. As we've got the number 9 hitter stepping in. Song Sung Ben. I know I have his music somewhere down here. There it is. It checks over on the runner. The runner does have a ton of speed. Paul Saw not good at not good at throwing runners out. Now that is a strike that I guess gets the stitch on the outside corner, I guess. All right, here we go. The 0-1 pitch. No 1-1 now. Hernandez, 37 pitches. And this is outside at 2-1. Uh-oh. We running into a little bit of issues here, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of issues. Lotte Songsunbin. Lotte Songsunbin. That was a fouled away, out of play though. Lotte Songsunbin. Lotte Songsunbin. Oh. And it checks over on the runner. Lotte Songsunbin. Lotte Songsunbin. Where's Mary Kate? Yes, the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a single up the middle past the diving shortstop. He was on the run on that pitch, and he moves from first to third. And just like that, they've got runners on the corner. 1, 2 outs as Song Sung Bin comes through with the second hit of the day for Lotte Gigantes. That's what I'm saying. There's no question that he's first in the Rookie of the Year race. All right, so Hong Sung Bin steps in, a 4-3 ground out in his first at bat. Hernandez, 40 pitches now, 25 here in this. Steven came in just to say that. For a strike, 0-1. Yeah, that is going to be a ground ball to second baseman. And that will be another 4-3 outs. But they get to 2 on the 2-run shot from Junmin Jae. We will go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-1 Lotte. Lotte. Oh, the amount of love between you guys. Let's see. Lotte's just super happy that they're able to play in a stadium that has short walls and a short fence. Yeah. All right, we're back. Leading things off. Whoops. Leading things off, we're going to have the 6 to 7 8 hitters coming up. Mr. Saw that we've just talked about, as that is way up and in, and it's now 1 and 0. Yeah, now the 1-0 swing and a miss at a pitch in the other batter's box. All right, so here we go. The 1-1 pitch. He lays off of that one. The 2-1. He's like, well, if you're going to swing at the pitch way out there, we'll let you go at another one. And so. And the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at that high fastball that I've been talking about for years. I'm going to say it every single time I see it. See how he tries to drop the bat down instantly? Oh, Stefan actually did make that one up, as the 2-2 is way outside, runs the count full, another full count. Started with a full count walk last inning for Beasley and Hanwha. Now we've got a full count. Will we work a walk in just like the first inning here? And nope, that's going to be a big swing and a miss at ball 4. And that's the first strikeout of the day for Beasley. 1 away. Yeah. I wonder what produces more foul language, quantum mechanics or Hanwha baseball. That's in there for a strike on the outside to Kim Tae-yeon. As Kim Tae-yeon lifts that one, a left fielder underneath it though. And that will be a can of corn for outs number 2. Brings up Ito Yoon, and we'll try this whole music thing once again. It is a gift to be able to do 2 things at once. That first strike on the inside, and it's 0-1. This is low. This is low too, and it's 2-1. That is going to be ripped. And I think it went foul. Again, awful, awful design here by the whoever designed this stadium. Makes it impossible to see down the lines. I just have to watch the players because the fans, every time the ball is hit, they yell and scream like it's a home run. So you can't really listen for them. All right, 34th pitch here, 21 pitches in the first, and that is a slapped foul again. Ito Yoon sees a ton of pitches. He will strike out every once in a while, but he does see a ton of pitches. Another foul. Lots of scores in that SSG Kium game. Already 5 runs, and they're just now in the top of the second. Two is a rollover. First baseman steps on it, and that will be 3 away, 3 up, 3 down. Wish they had that bunt back, I'm sure. As we go to the third inning, it's 2-1 Lotte. If only they would have been able to bunt again that inning. They could have won the game. You know, a bunt in 2 straight innings automatically wins the game. Where? So elsewhere around the league, Samsung and KT both at the zeros. Kia's up 1-0 against LG. Doosan up 1-0 against NC, and SSG's up 3-2 against Kium. Again, they both scored 2 in the first, and then SSG scored 1 in the top of the second. Now coming up to bat is Kium in the bottom of the second. Beasley versus Boschley. That's the ultimate matchup. Almost as good as Kim Sang-soo versus Kim Sang-soo. Or the ultimates was, of course, on the best one was, of course, on March 14th. March 14th was the greatest pitching matchup of all time, if anybody is unaware. There's no other pitching matchup that will ever even come close to how great of a pitching matchup that was. SSG had White on the mound. Hanwha had White on the mound. And March 14th is called White Day in Korea. We're back, top of the third inning. Hernandez obviously still out there on the mound. He's going to face Go Sung-min, the number 2 hitter. And it's in there for a strike. No 1-1. That's a strike right down the middle, and it's 0-2. And the 0-2, way up high, 1-2. Lotte. That's a lot of them, Arpo. That is a lot of them. The 1-2 pitch. And it catches him looking. He should have bought a tickets. They were some for sale. As Hernandez gets his 3rd strikeout and 1 away here in the top of the 3rd inning. Reyes steps in, lined out to center field in his first at-bat. Goes outside, ball 1, 1-0. Reyes into home. The 1-0 is inside. 2-0. Oh, did he go to the game you were at? Yeah, you're going to have to start telling pitchers when you're going to games. Swing and a miss at ball 3. 2-1. So we obviously know Hanwha is in leading the Rookie of the Year candidacy. Who's leading the that misses way inside, a 3-1. Who is leading the MVP candidacy after the first basic 2 months? 3-1 is fouled away. Runs the count full, 3-2. Third full count of the day already for Lotte. I mean, I have to say Austin Dean is my first thoughts. And the 3-2 pitch. It's going to be a ground ball on ball 5. And that's 2 away on the 4-3 putouts. Yeah, I mean, it's still early. Still early, obviously. All right, just steps in now. Na-Sung Yup. Na-Sung Yup has struck out in his first at-bat. 0 for 1 on the day and looks at ball 1 there. Na-Sung Yup. Oh, 1-0 in there for a strike. 1-1.
Thank you for the recommendation, Sean 912.
Thank you, Sean. 2-1 pitch now. Or is Pak Sung Han is just up a little bit as that misses low, 3-1. Pak Sung Han is a 290 WAR versus Austin with a 286 WAR. Yeah, that is lifted up. Left fielder going back again at the warning track this time, though. And makes the catch. 1, 2, 3, go the Hanwha Eagles. As we will go to the bottom of the third. 2-1 Lotte. Warning track power to the opposite field on one of the shortest fences in the league. Should have hit the weight room instead of the casino. Yeah. Liverpool. Onto the book. Strongest cleanup trio. Strongest 3, 4, 5. Oh man. Shinwoo in our first pitch is swinging. Trying to think of like, I think of the time when Hanwha had Rosario and Kim Tae-gyun. That was a good one. And then you had in NC had a pretty good one with Thames when he was leading that whole thing. Just swing and a miss at a pitch way off the zone. I mean, you can find it on Wikipedia. There's in Korea, there's something called Namu Wiki that is a little bit better, but yeah, that's what happens when you leave the bag, and that's what happens whenever a good fielder keeps the tag on. 1-2 pitch coming up once again after that one is fouled off. And a swing and a miss on a pitch in the other batter's box. That's out number one, a strikeout number 2. And flips the lineup back up to the top for Lee Young. I don't know a lot about like KBO history. Who were the other two with Thames and NC? Yeah, again, that was before my time. That's a foul away. Nasong, yeah. That was a good one. That was a really good one. Air, Sean. Air. That misses up high, 2-1. Yeah, Nasong bomb Thames, and I couldn't remember Pak Sung Min. Didn't Pak Sung Min run into some issues with also run into some gambling issues or match fixing or something? As the 2-1 pitch pops him up. Shortstop in on the grass. Makes the catch and 2 away. Brings up Peraza. That's the big old hook. That's his sweeper. Throws it to 34% of the time as Peraza steps in now. That is right down the middle for strike 1, 0-1. You guys with the lowercase names, the Timu Skeens, as the 0-1 pitch. This is up high, 1-1. His song is all music. Stefan, not a fan. Samsung bunted. Oh, that's a surprise. As the 1-1 pitch turns on that one and absolutely cranks that one goodbye. As that bounces out of the stadium and the game is tied. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know the rules. Home runs equal more cards. All right, again, we'll see what we get. Again, we cannot get a Peraza card, and we cannot get a Beasley card. Mary Kate excited as because she knows that's again getting through this lineup is a brutal task. All right, here we go for leading things off. I don't know who this guy is, as that is Mrs. High, Moonyan Ben, and not even bothering is Lee Iho Young. Leads off. I don't know who that is. You guys may be familiar with this next guy. Is here comes the 1-0 pitch. Yeah, it's I think it's 7 meters. Oh, I have nobody in this Esteban. And next we've got Wang Jun Saw, the lefty who can't quite put it together yet. And that is right down the middle. And we've got Chaewon Jun, not the Chaewon Jun that most of you are thinking, not the KT guy, but this is the side armorer who I always said pick against, as Moon Hyun Bin slaps that right to the shortstop, but catches it falling down and throws across, and that will be 3-away. But the Peraza solo shot ties the game, and we'll go to the 4th inning. 2-2. Pake mean? Well, that makes sense since he used to be Samsung's center fielder back when he was a really good offensive player. I'm surprised Chae Hyung-woo's not up there, though. Surprised that Chae Hyung-woo's not up there. The 5, 6, 7 hitters are going to come up here in the top of the 4th inning. Sounds like the Hanwha KT game from Sunday, where KT bunted the runner over to second. He comes up with a single, and he can only go to third. Third place is Lee-Sung Yup. I've never met Lee-Sung Yup, but I have been around him whenever when he was at the Home Run Derby X. Yeah, when he was at the old Home Run Derby X, where he said that he was going to win because he's the best home run hitter. And the funny part is he was eliminated in the first round. All right, here we go. Top of the 4th inning. Han Dong-hee will lead things off. Looks at a strike 1 from Hernandez. That's going to be a ground ball. The shortstop back onto the grass, throws, and out by 4 steps. Slipped coming out of the box, but I don't think it would have mattered because he is not fast. At Pohang, that is just crush. What is that? The third base coach throwing out the dynamite? Right, the John Janu is going to let us hear a little bit more of his song today. That is up high for ball 1. The dynamite. Boom. Yeah, rock, scissors, paper. Well, he criminally sends runners, so that is in there for a strike as another stitch gets loose. Yeah, 1 and 2. Hanwha fans would say he's guilty of stealing runs, as that is a foul away. Stays 1 and 2. Stealing runs by sending players, but not telling a certain player to get back to tag up to win a game. That might still be a sore spot for Hanwha fans. The old bugs are getting loose in Dejan. The 1-2 pitch is sets up high, going with that high fastball. Rolls it over, shortstop back into the grass again. That's going to be a big throw. Not in time. We'll see if they let it just stand. Oh, yeah. Showing that old man speed, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Jungmin Jae steps in. He hit a 2-run shot in his first at-bat. Looks at strike one there. Oh, no. Jungmin Jae. 0-1, and that's going to be rolled over. Shortstop back into the grass again, and this time he gets the runner over at second. That is the third straight play back into the grass. Luckily, he was able to go to a second base there instead of having to go all the way because there was no way he was going to get Jungmin Jae. Only barely got it with the stretch from Kim Tae-yeon. It's a Jungmin Jae out there on us first base. And Jung Do-sung rips that one. That's going to be down into the corner. That's going to roll. Jungmin Jae doesn't even have his sliding mitt on. They're going to hold him up at third, though, as the ball gets away, and he drops it again, but he wasn't able to score. Should have been able to score there after they dropped the ball twice on the relay throw, but they had him stopped and pulled up. Jungmin Jae rounded second, goes to round third. The third base coach holds him up at one last second, and he tries to get it. He starts to take off again, but was held up again. And then he once again drops it. He could have easily scored. Oh, you've got runners on first and second, or second and third now. And that brings up the number 9 hitter, Son Sung Bin, 1-for-1 on the day. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Yeah, that is the one thing is it every day, like whenever when I'm up getting eating breakfast and stuff in the morning, you always see Song Sung Min highlights, Lee Jung Hoo highlights. Giants. Okay. 1-2 is going to be ripped, but foul. I guess 71 pitches as they are hitting them up pretty hard here. Bottom of the order, trying to get one run. 1-2 is that is going to be lifted. Peraza over to his left though, makes the catch and leaves another 2 runners on. They've left 4 on. As Hernandez gets out of it without giving up any runs. We will go to the bottom of the 4th. Tied at 2. It's basically this game is going to come down to who doesn't make a mistake. Who doesn't make a mistake, I think, is really going to determine who ends up getting the win here today. Maybe next time, Sean. Maybe next time. 4, 5, 6 will come up for Hanwha here. Yeah, he's not the most stable guy in the outfield. We'll use those words. Yeah, it's definitely an adventure out there in right field for Hanwha anytime the ball is hit out there. Oh, well, Sean, I mean, it starts with the coaches. It starts with the coaches. All right, so we're back. You've got to be old, don't know anything about baseball, and you had to have played in the KBO. All right, it's the bottom of the 4th inning. Kongbei Ko looks at ball 1 to start, and 1-0. A 4-3 RBI ground out in his first at bat. 1-0 misses low, 2-0. A 2-0 in there for a strike. 2-1. Whoop, wrong side. That's exactly what it is, Sean. I say it all the time. Those exact words. Well, I say old boys club, not the old boys club. But you get it. As the 2-1 is aligned right at the center fielder, started running in, and then realized that was a bad idea, and that's a 1 away on the line out to center field. Brings up Mr. Noshiwan. Yeah, they just kind of recycle the managers around. Again, Lotte's manager used to be the manager at Doosan. Hanwha's manager used to be the manager at Doosan, and he lost his job to the manager at Lotte, who was the manager at Doosan. All right, Noshiwan actually lays off of that high fastball, and it's ball 1. That's what I said. Somebody asked what game I liked. I said none of them. They all are way too close to predict. Noshiwan, I think he did go on that one. Said he did not. 2-0. I think he did go. Go the 2-0 pitch. This is way up high, and it's 3-0. In there for a strike, a 3-1. 60 pitches now for Beasley. 21 in the first, 15 in the second, to 16 in the third. And the 3-1 walks him. Stepping in now, Mr. Hawin Saw. Kiwi's new favorite player. He's given up on his love for Moon Hyun Bin. And he is all in on the old Hawin Saw. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we go, the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss at a pitch up at his eyes. Gotta love that high fastball, especially in this league. 1-1 catches the outside. 1-2. Really have to wonder how much longer SSG is going to keep their
Thank you
Japanese
for the
starter.
recommendation, Raf Gaming 143.
Hey, you're out. No. 1-2 pitch. And he waits on it, so fouls it off, but it stays 1-2. You saw? I just want to do the same Isong Yo. Chicken. Oh, it is the same. It's the same dance and everything. It is. They didn't even change the dance. 2-2 pitch is popped up. Shortstop just coming in from the grass, and that will be a 2 away. I was doing the old Isong Yeol song, or the old Isong Yeol dance, and didn't realize that it was the same until I saw some people in the stands doing the same one. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad dance, but it's just like, how does Hanwha have so few songs? Again, they have way less songs than anybody else in the league, and they don't even have, they're just recycling the same songs. Like Kim Tae-yeon used to have a same song as a different player. The runner on first is No Shiwan. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and that is going to be ripped. And that is going to be fair, as that is going to send No Shiwan over to third base. And they are going to hold him up as Kim Tae-yeon comes through with a 2-out double to put runners on the 2nd and 3rd. Would hate to see him in the top of the lineup. So much better at 6th spot in the lineup, 7th spot in the lineup, right? All right, Ito Yuna steps in now. A chance to give Hanwha the lead back. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Pee-wee, we're going to have to learn all the dances for all the other teams. Pitch is rolled over foul. I still think the best call in Major League, I do love the just a bit outside. Ground ball that's going to be to the first base, and underhand toss. He's in there, safe. What was that long delayed call by the first base umpire? It definitely looked like he was safe. I'm calling him safe. I mean, he really looks safe to me. Can't see. It looks safe to me. What is that toss? Yeah, I think he's safe. I think he's safe. What is that toss? Yeah, no, that and the call by the first base umpire took forever. Yeah, a better toss. And this is again fundamentals. Watch him toss. He doesn't like he's 안넣고가 세이브입니다. Are they going to send him back to first or back to third? Fundamentals, Sean. I talk about it all the time. Fundamentals. What are they? I'm trying to figure out what they're reviewing here. Yeah, I think so. We know one run is in. Are they going to count the second run? Yeah. He's like, am I allowed out on the field? Is there an age limit for this field? Am I allowed out here? So they're making him stay at third because he hadn't scored before the call of out. That is my guess. I don't know the official ruling. I don't know all the little intricacies of the rulings with the video replay, but I'm guessing that is what the ruling is because Hanwha's manager is out there arguing instead of Lotte's manager being out there arguing. So because he wasn't home when the call was made, he has to go back. Well, no, they called him safe. Sean, they replayed that and they called him out. Or they called him safe over at third base at first base. Yeah, one scores and one's at third because he didn't score before the third out was called. I mean, he wasn't even halfway. He was at the third base coach. All right, so that brings up a Shimu Jun then. Do you have to worry about the old Little League double steal here? Now, after all of that, runners on first and third. 2 outs still. Going a good toss. Gets him there, and then there's no need for it. And he almost hit. Oh, he did hit him. Well, now you've got the top of the lineup up with the bases loaded. It hit his sleeve.
Thank you for the recommendation, Jet Set 2737.
Thank you, Jet Sets. And welcome. All right, we got this mound visit done yet? All right, base is loaded. Hanwha's got a 3-2 counts, or 3-2 lead after the bad toss by the first baseman. Not charging it, a bad toss. Yeah, if he was wearing a uniform that fit him, it definitely wouldn't have hit him. All right, Eugene Young steps in now and looks at the ball 1 low, 1-0. Eugene Young 0 for 1 on the day. A walk and a run scored. Both of the walks today come around to score. 1-0 1-0 pitch. That is a popped foul. 1-1. And here we go, the 1-1. This is way inside at 2-1. Those of you guys watching in Soup, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. That is an upper recommendation. It helps put my channel out onto the main page. If you are watching on YouTube, always hit that thumbs up, like the stream. Makes me feel good when I watch it at the end. It's the 2-1. Just catches the outside, and it's 2-2. If you want to follow me on Soup, hit the little star button. There's a star right next to my channel name. That's how you follow me on Soup. Obviously on YouTube, you can always subscribe, and that also allows you to talk a little chit chat here and there. Never hurt nobody, eh? All right, the 2-2 pitch sets up. Again, the catcher keeps doing this, and that almost hits him. Almost hit him in the head there. Runs the count full. Again, a fastball to the head is an automatic ejection. That wasn't a fastball. All right, full counts. Bases loaded. 2 outs, 3-2 game. And that is not even close to the strike zone, and he walks him. Not even close. That brings up Peraza, who already has 1 home run today. Mary Kate is super happy. 4-2 counts, still full. Peraza looks at the ball 1 low. 1-0. 2 for 2 on the day. A single in the first inning, a 2-run or a solo shot last inning. pitch now. Says elevate it. He does not, and he doesn't get burned by it. 1-1. Go outside the stadium to get that one, as the 1-1 misses way low as the catcher is standing up, wanting the high fastball. He had to go down almost to his feet, almost to his knees to catch that. Kim Tae-young, I believe is his name, the manager for Lotte. And the 2-1 pitch sets up right down the middle. And he turns on that one, but it's foul. Not able to make the play out there in the outfield is the fans. And that 2-2 count. Hey. All right, so the 2-2 count sets up on the outside. And misses as it runs in. And 2-2. Yeah, he keeps moving the glove side to side. Beasley already at 83 pitches. Pitch number 30 of this inning coming up. There you go. The 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside again, and that is pops him up. Second baseman, shortstop out on the grass, and makes the catch. That will be 3 away. They strand 3, but they get 2 to take the 4-2 lead. We'll go to the 5th inning. Hanwha back on top. Right. Do some calculations here. All right, we've got the top of the lineup coming up for Lotte. Can they do something with it? Hernandez has been sitting for a while. He has been sitting for a while. It is windy, though, Sean. I will say that. It is a little windy. All right, so Wong Sung Bin leads things off. Again, this game is far from even being close to being over, as that is in there for a strike. 0-1. 72 pitches through 4 innings for Hernandez. He has had some issues. Again, 15 in the first inning, 27, 15, 15. They've left 4 runners on as the 0-1 is fouled away. 0-2. Yeah, it is windy. I will say that. At least that's what they were saying on the broadcast. They haven't shown the flags at all. And the 0-2 pitch. It's going to be a chopper up the middle. That's going to be a difficult play. He quickly gets rid of it and gets him. Third to 4-3 ground out for Wong Sung Bin. And brings up the number 2 hitter. Well, it doesn't look like it's a windy because the uniforms aren't moving at all. But the stadium is kind of down. Once it gets up into the air, though, obviously it's a much different thing as Go Sung Min steps in over 2 on the day, 2 strikeouts. Strikeout swinging and a strikeout looking, and he looks at just strike 1 on the outside, 0-1. I think this might be the first time I've streamed a Hernandez game. 0-1, this is low, 1-1. Yeah, and the 1-1 pitch in there for a strike, 1-2. He's just up there letting him throw. Letting him throw, letting him throw, letting him throw. The 1-2 pitch. Fouls that away. Yeah, well, the guy that just grounded out to the second baseman, he is a guy that is only known for his speed. I think he's had 1 home run in his career. Hey, I'm pretty sure it was against Hanwha too. All right, the 1-2 pitch into the dirt to 2-2. The 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside. And another foul. It's perfectly fine. Fouling him off. Again, Hernandez into the 80s now with his pitch counts. Not a guy that has gone deep in many games. In 8 games, he's only thrown 37 innings. As that one is lifted up, that is going to be trouble as it drops down and then it hits the edge of the grass and scoots away. And Go Sung Min is going to be on base with a 1-out double. It hit right on the edge of the grass and then shot over against the wall. That's why he was easily able to go to second. A lot of backspin on it too. All right, so runner on a second. Reyes steps in. First pitch is a fouled away. Going on. And the 0-1 is a slapped foul. Has a rule. Unless it's Hanwha walking him. All right. 0-2 pitch. Pops him up. Second baseman out onto the grass. Makes the catch, and that's 2 away. Brings up the old, the same guy that just soft toss it over to the first baseman. Yup.
Thank you for the recommendation, Mary Kate.
Thank you, Mary Kate. Hitting 424 on the season, 0 for 2, a strikeout, a fly out to left. And then the 0-1 pitch catches the top of the zone, 0-2. No, he hit the grand slam. Two way up high. But he also hit the grand slam, Arpo. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside. Opposite foul, 2-2. 89 pitches, and now you're in the 90 pitch mark. Don't think he's going to be back out for the next inning. Na Sung-yup Jr. Pitch number 90. That is lifted up. Moon Hyun Bin that makes a couple steps over. And that will be 3 away. They leave another runner on. 0 for 2 with the runners on base. 0 for 2 with the runners in scoring position. They are now 0 for 4 on the day with runners in scoring position. That's why they're down 4-2. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Hanwha looking to add a couple mo. Couple mo here, couple mo there, couple mo, couple mo, couple mo. Yeah, I mean, 90-something pitches for him. The fact that the Hanwha's not losing when he comes out, so that honestly is a victory. Yeah, it's called Yuja Cha. It's a citrus tea. It's for when you get sick. It's yellow, right? Like a kind of a darker yellow. That's right, Arpo. But then again, Arpo, if I was the manager, we wouldn't have got to see a bunt in the first inning. And that is a huge thing. All right, Moon Hyun Bin will lead things off. Beasley out there still, 84 pitches. All on outside, 1-0. That's what I would do, Arpo. Just lead off bunt just to mess with him. Is that one? This is inside. That guy crop his uniform? And then the 2-0 is ripped. And that is going to one hop into the wall. And Moon Hyun Bin is going to be on base with a leadoff double. Yeah. What? I know you're not addicted to. I know you're not addicted to fantasy, Arpo, because you just got smoked last week. That is hello, the Kangbei Ko. Beko 0 for 2 on the day. RBI grounder. Yeah, Sean, there is no fame. There is no shame. We go with a 1-0 pitch. That is in there for a strike. 1-1. People use their hard-earned money not to watch guys strike out. They want to see bunts. I didn't come to the stadium to watch people swing. I want to see a bunt. 1-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike on the outside. 1-2. 90 pitches now for Beasley. Oh, I'm sure you did, Kiwi. Still think this game is far, far, far from over. We've got plenty of bullpen left to play, ladies and gentlemen. As the 1-2 pitch taps the glove down on the ground. And he sticks the bat out. The center fielder will make the play. Comes up firing, but that'll be it. Should have bunted. Should have listened to Kiwi. And so 1 away, and no Shiwan steps up. What exactly were you? Yeah, if you're gonna bunt with a runner on second and the number 7 hitter up, you might as well bunt with a runner on second and the number 4 hitter up. Both of them make the exact same amount of sense. No Shiwan, a swing and a miss there. No Shiwan 0 for 2 on, or 0 for 1 on the day. Bunted or walked and then scored a run in his last at bat. A fly out to left in his first. Right to the 0-1 pitch. Runs in on him and 1-1. Steps off the back of the mound. Looks like Kia's up 4-0 now against LG. 1-1. Lays off of that. Got to be surprised if you're a Hanwha. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I was wondering how he gave up that many runs. Yep, 10 pitches. Gave up a home run. Hit a guy. As the 2-1 in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 2-2. Cushing may be getting fitted for a LG Twins uniform. Ah. Oh, he got thrown. I thought you were saying he got hurt after he threw 10 pitches. All right, the 2-2 pitch to Noshiwan. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 for Beasley, as that's a 2 away, bringing up a Hawin Saw. All right, Kiwis fave. 96 pitches for Beasley. And lays off of it, but it's still a strike. Yeah, 0-1. Hanwha with an 83.2% chance of winning. Feel a homer here. So, So, all right, the 0-1 is lifted up, but it's a foul. Gamblers, gamblers, the gammies. So, right, so here we go. The 0-2 pitch again, moving the glove side to side. And he catches him looking a leadoff double and 0 for 3 after that. And we will go to the 6th inning right after this break. All right, so he's be about to back. Yeah, Steve. I saw that you sent something, but honestly, on Tuesdays, I cannot do anything. As Hernandez still out there, and the first pitch is ripped, but foul. Handong he leads things on. Yeah, Steve. Basically on Tuesdays from 6:30 a.m. till 10:30 p.m. I am just nonstop. between work and teaching. I have a sports club I run, as that's a Mrs. He says he went around. All right. The first base umpire already got his out at first call overturned. I think he might get this overturned too. No, he looked like he went. Tandokwara. Swing him that. He's like, yeah, I got that one right, boys and girls. All right, so a 1-1 count, or the 0-2 count now. We go, the 0-2. Catches him looking on the outside. All right, Junjanu steps in now. Misses outside. That's Mrs. Lowe. Another 2-0 pitch. Misses way outside. 3-0. Next pitch, it ties his one game high. 97 pitches is the most he's ever thrown in a game. Here it comes, pitch number 97 here. That is in there for a strike, and it runs it to 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. That is ripped. That is a foul. Runs the count full, 3-2. Fourth full count of the day for Lotte. What happens now? 98 pitches. The 3-2 pitch. That one is going to be fair, and it's going to drop down for his second hit of the day. What's the wrong one? Yeah, why change it? It's a classic. Oh, there. All right, so that'll be it for him. We'll have our first official pitching change of the day. Yeah, it's weird because so I hit what I have is I have a button that I hit. I can show you guys. So on here, I have this button here that says top, and then this one says bottom. So if I hit to the top, it changes the arrow, and then it also changes stuff like the strikeouts that are up at the top. It changes that, and it changes who's showing for the pitch count. So it's weird because sometimes it will show, like right there, it showed Hernandez his pitch counts, but it didn't flip the arrow. And the thing is the arrow's so small and it's so far over to the side that I never really can see it. But we'll have a new pitcher coming out. Hernandez done. He is responsible for the runner out there on first base. Still don't know who's coming in yet. Automated? I have no idea as Isong Yu because what I do is I have basically a bunch of commands in these control boxes. It's so what if I hit that button, it's supposed to do it's supposed to do 5 different things. It's supposed to do 5 different things. It's supposed to change the arrow to point up. It's supposed to hide the strikeouts for the away team. It's supposed to hide the pitch count for the away team. It's supposed to show the pitch count for the home team and show the pitch count the strikeouts up at the top. But sometimes it doesn't do all of it. But Isong Gyu out on the mound. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I feel that's a super tacky. Like it actually, when I see other streamers just screen capturing, I feel like it's super like that. All they're doing is showing someone else's work. All right, Junmin J looks at ball one outside. Isong Yu. Can he throw strikes? Can he throw strikes? And another 1-0 in there for a strike, and he can throw strikes. Yeah, and he has good stuff, but he really struggles with command. It's Junmin J hit the 2-run shot. That's the only runs that Lotte has, is that's going to be a ground ball foul, 1-2. Yeah, like I could screen capture someone else's lineups or someone else's scoreboard or something like that, but like if you look at the one now, it's in Korean. So obviously, yeah, the fact that you can tell by the colors it works, but to me, I feel like it doesn't work for my stream, as that is a foul, and it's now still 1-2. And another 1-2 is swing and a miss. 2 away. And brings up the number 8 hitter, Jang Do Sung. He really reminds me of Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Try. You got Joseph Gordon-Levitt on the mound, and you've got John Goodman umpiring, as that is inside 1-1. All right, let's try this again. Another 1-1 pitch in there for a strike, 1-2. All right, so 1-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, and he strikes out both guys he faces as they go 0 for 2 with runners on base. And they've stranded 6. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th, or we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-2, Hanwha. More runners left on, all day long, all day. Believe it. They've had plenty of chances. 3 for 11 with runners on base, but 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Again, just think all of this because the first baseman didn't throw the ball hard or toss the ball hard to the covering first baseman. Allowed him to score one, another walk, a hit by a pitch and a walk, scored a second. Kim Tae-yeon will lead things off. 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for Hanwha. We'll have Lotte's bullpen coming in. This game is about to get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up. Buckle up. Hyundo Poon out on the mound. ERA of 1.06 in 13 games, 17 innings. Right, Kim Tae-yeon leads things off. Double and a run scored in his last at bat to fly out to the left in his first. 1 for 2 on the day for the captain. That's Mrs. Lowe. Ball 1. Yeah, another 1-0. Mrs. Lowe, 2-0. Yeah, bad everything. The 2-0 misses way up high, and it's 3-0. Gonna come in and walk a guy just the way you like it, right, ladies and gentlemen? 3-0, and that is down the middle for a strike. 3-1. I got an eyelash in my eye, ladies and gentlemen. That is a check swing, and that's going to be a ground ball. First baseman, a little, just still a little soft toss to the pitcher. And that will be 1 away. All right, steps in as Ito Yoon, who had that RBI infield single. .275 on the season for the guy, the glue. Him and Kim Tae-yeon, the glue of this team, as the 1-0 misses up high. 2-0, and apparently he's going to try the same exact routine. You get behind 3-0, throw a get-me-over fastball, and then attempt to get a check swing. Nope, that's in there for a strike, 2-1. Okay. Here we go, the 2-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside, and that's his strike 2. All right, here we go. A 3-2 pitch sets up on right down the middle. Misses outside, runs the count full for 3-2. Fourth full count of the day for Hanwha. They walked twice, struck out on ball 5 in the other. That is going to be fouled away on ball 4. Stays a 3-2. Yeah, that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Throws, and that's 2 away. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Mr. Shibu Jun. Shimu Jun looks to just strike one right down the middle, 0-1. Hit by a pitch in his last at bat, struck out in his first. Pitch ups him up, but it's foul. Everybody remember when he was the best hitter in the league? I know Kiwi does. Rips it foul. Giving a souvenir to somebody over there. Stays 0-2. Hanwha Eagles. Hanwha Eagles. The 0-2 pitch, way away from the zone, and it's 1-2. And the 1-2 is going to be fouled away again. Not going down without a little bit of a fight is Shimu Jun, the number 9 hitter. There's the lights. Glad they're going to show us those. I have been wanting to see them all night, ladies and gentlemen. I have been really concerned about those lights. Right, the 1-2 pitch sets up way outside in the other batter's box. Misses badly, but it's fouled away. Stays 1-2. There we go. We're going to make sure we get that advertisement in it. Here we go, the 1-2 pitch. Right down the middle. They'll throw down to first for outs number 3 on the dropped third strike as Shimu Jun doesn't even bother to run. As we will go to the 7th inning. It's the 4-2 Hanwha. This feels like a game that Hanwha is going to mess around and lose, ladies. Really feels like a game that Hanwha is going to mess around and lose. What do you think, Kiwi? Does it have that feel? Nope. Easy win. Think it's going to stay 4-2? The old 9-1-2 will be coming up for Lotte at the top of the 7th inning. Kung Fu, I think that's exactly what they should probably be bunting more. That is the solution to all of life's problems. As Isan Gyu is still out there, going out there once again, and we'll see how that works. Not only that, the two bullpens that are left. The Sung Bin steps in. Oh, 1 for 2 on the day. A single in his first at bat and a fly out to right in his second. That's misses outside. 1-0. That's just catches it. And another 1-1 misses way outside at 2-1. Hunter Sung Bin. Hunter Sung Bin. Oh. The 2-1 pitch ripped into a left field, and that's going to be a leadoff single from the catcher. Yes, I love it. Top of the 7th, runner on first. Dropping down the bunt, down by 2. All right, so Wang Sung Bin steps in, a 4-3 ground out, a 4-3 ground out, and a 4-3 ground out. And that is up high, ball 1. Ji Guang. And a 1-0, he laid off of it, but it's in there for a strike anyway. 1-1. And he sets up a just down, and he slaps that one foul. 1-2. He'll get some more stickums. While he does that, elsewhere around the league, Samsung up 4-1 against KT. Kia's up 4-0 against LG. Hanwha's up obviously 4-2 here. Doosan just putting the beat down on NC. They're up 9-1, and SSG has taken the lead back. They are now up 5-4 against Kium. And the 2-1. This is outside. 2-2. 7-0 now. Yep. Oh, swing and a miss. And obviously, Wang Sung Bin was completely baffled by the fact that they are playing Who Let the Dogs Out at the stadium. The old Bears making their way up. Making their way up. All right, Go Sung Min steps in, doubled in his last at bat, 1 for 3 on the day. Looks at ball 1 inside, 1-0. Approaching that 20 pitch mark now for Isang Gyu. A 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. Lotte down to a 17.6% chance of victory today. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball through the right side. Peraza is going to go cut it off, but he's easily going to go first to third. And Go Sung Min comes up with another hit. Runners now onto the corners. Right at that 20 pitch mark. Yeah, that's what they said. He hit a headshots. Stepping in now is Reyes. Again, Go Sung Min, the tallest second baseman in the league. Not even close. Check for the double steal. Reyes ready to drop down the bunt. 0 for 3 on the day. Not a day that he's going to go 0 for 4 or 0 for the day. All right, Reyes lined out to center in his first at bat, a 4-3 ground out, and popped up to the second baseman. And that first pitch is going to be a slow roller. The pitcher is going to throw to first and step on the bag, but that will be a 1-3 RBI putout. The runner moves over to second base. And brings up the number 4 hitter with 2 away. Nasung Yup. Josen Gordon-Levitt throws over to first base. And Nasung Yup looks at ball 1 low. 1-0 pitch now, sets up on the inside, just inside the corner of the plate, and misses low. 2-0. Chance is now up to 30.3% of a Lotte victory. The 2-0 pitch sets up right down the middle. That was middle. Should have been deposited in the outfield. Yeah, it's 2-1. Nasung Yup 0 for 3 today. 3-4 hitters 0 for 7 now. And the 2-1 is going to be a chopper. Shortstop grabs it, throws in time. And that will be a 3 away. They get a couple singles and a run on a groundouts, cutting the lead 4-3 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Hanwha coming up. Yeah, 3, 4, 5 hitters for Lotte. Good morning, Lichin. I still I have to go. I have to go Hanwha just because Hanwha's got the lead. They've got to 3 more at bats at least. If the game is close, you also have Lotte or Hanwha is up with the top of their lineup versus Lotte going to be coming up in the top of the 8th with the bottom of their lineup. Although the 3, 4, 5 hitters for Lotte have been hitless on the day, so yeah. But again, you gotta. The Hanwha bullpen is in such disarray. Such disarray. Lotte 0 for 6 now with runners on base. Or sorry, with runners in scoring position. All right, so we're back. Pak Jung Min out on the mound now. 4.50 ERA on the season. Domine will face the 1-2-3 order for Hanwha. Eugene Young has walked twice, scored a run on one of them and an RBI on the other. 235 on the season for your leadoff hitter, 0 for 1 on the day. But leadoff hitter's job is to get on base. And he's done it twice. And this is outside, ball 1. Kia has added more as that's way outside at 2-0. Same thing happened last. What's up? Yep, I'll be doing tomorrow. I'll be doing SSG versus Kium. The reason why is a bunch of rain is going to come tomorrow, and that's going to be the only game played. As that is a foul away at 2-1. So yeah, a lot of rain coming tomorrow. I'm guessing that most of the league is going to be canceled, rained out. So the only game that should be played tomorrow is the SSG Kium game because they play in the dome. 2-1 pitch just sets up down at the knees and he throws it into the dirt. 3-1. Ripped into left field, and that's going to be a leadoff single. Beanie going crazy. Nope, we're going to take him out, and I assume they're going to put in Yuan Suk to run. Yep, Yuan Suk will take over on first base. Peraza steps in. Yeah, I saw that. I saw they went up 8-0. Peraza. That's Mrs. Lowe. Here we go with a 1-0 pitch. Sets up on the outside. A swing and a miss as it drops below the zone. 1-0. Peraza 2 for 3 on the day. A single back in the first inning. A home run that tied the game back in the third. And a pop up to the shortstop and with the bases loaded in the fourth. 1-1 pitch. This is outside at 2-1. And it says G has added another one. They're up 6-4 now. And here we go. The 2-1 pitch to Peraza. Sets up right down the middle. Swing and a miss at ball 4. 2-2. Get some more spray stuff. This is another thing. They talk about this pitch count, but they let these guys he's like, oh, he just swung and missed at ball 4. And he's like, oh, I gotta get some pine tar. So it's like, we got this pitch count, but we're not gonna really enforce it. All right, do they send the runner here? Sung Bin is the worst at throwing runners out in the league. I believe he's only thrown out 8% of runners, is what I was reading today. Ewan Suk is the second fastest man to not be able to steal a base. Yeah, the 2-2 swing and a miss, and that's going to be out number one as Peraza goes down on strikes. Way, way out in front of that. Onyan Bin steps in now, trying to get Hanwha an insurance run. Onyan Bin doubled in his last at bat. 1 for 2 on the day. Sacrificed bunt in the first inning. Able to score a run again, and that was the most important run of the day. That put them up 1-0 and guaranteed their victory. As that misses inside, 1-0. All right, let's try this again. Another 1-0 pitch to Moon Hyun Bin. This is inside again at 2-0. A 2-0 pitch. This is outside at 3-0. All right, here we go. The 3-0 pitch. Misses way outside. He had zero desire to even look at it. Runners now on first and second on the 4-pitch walk, bringing up Mr. Kangbae Ko. KBO RBI leader. 0 for 3 on the day, but does have an RBI today. I think that eagle would be way cooler if they put eyes in it. All right, Kangbae Ko stepping in 0 for 3 on the day. RBI drowned out in his first at bat, and 2 flyouts to center. That's in there for a strike. 0-1. Six one. They scored 2 more as the 0-1 pitch. That is in there for a strike. Stood up and to do the high fastball, but missed it so bad that he caught the bottom of the zone. And Kangbae Ko's like, "Hey, that was supposed to be high." Maybe a little peek in there from Hanwha at second base. That's what happens when you set up so early. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there. I don't think he hit it. I mean, even if he did, he's out anyway. Again, I don't know what he's video replaying. He caught it. Like, I don't know what the video replay was for there. I really don't have a clue. All right, the 2-0 now brings up a Noshiwan, who is 0 for 2 on the day. Does have a walk and a run scored, though. That is the bounce into the dirt. Again, I'm just not sold on KT. I just don't know what it is. There's just something that tells me that they're not as good as they appear so far. All right, to the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Yeah, Kium would have been the one game I would have, like, again, they were all way too close to call, but Kium would have been the only one that I would have been like, yeah, maybe. The 1-1 is rolled over. Wow, 1-2. All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch just sets up on the outside, raises the glove on the ground. Now he's tapping it, and this is way up high. 2-2. Is Samsung gonna take over first base or first place after today? All right, I think they're down. What are they? Yo, they're down 1. As the 2-2 is fouled away, it stays at 2-2. Two outs, 22 pitches, runners on first and second, 2-2 count. Sets up on the outside, pops him up, but takes the mask off in foul territory, makes the catch, and that will be out number 3. A single and a walk, but they leave him on the base pass. We go to the 8th inning. 1-run game. And it just seems something. Just seems like Hanwha's waiting to blow this game. That game is definitely over. Hopefully, some of those people come check out our game, since it's one of the only 2 competitive games right now. He said Samsung's up 9-1, Kia's up 8-0, Doosan's up 9-2. Only 2 games worth watching right now, and that's Hanwha and Lotte at 4-3, and then QM and SSG at 6-6. So coming up is going to be 5, 6, 7 for Lotte. I got Arpo and Sean giving me the play-by-play. Sean in SOOP and Arpo in YouTube giving me the updates on the Samsung game. Is Yoon San Hum out on the mound? Danny throws strikes, ladies and gentlemen. We'll find out in just a sec. 11 walks, 13 strikeouts. All right, so the first pitch is in there for a strike. So, yes, he can throw some strikes, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, Jungle. Jungle is going to upset Kiwi and Stefan. One pitch. That is going to be into the gap. Center fielder is going to go and watch it. Goodbye, baseball. Tie game. Like I said, it just seemed like a game that Hanwha was going to blow. It just seemed like a game that Hanwha was going to blow. And the leadoff homer ties the game at 4. And it's time for some more baseball cards, ladies and gentlemen. He can throw strikes, unfortunately, for Hanwha and for Hanwha fans. It's a strike right down the middle that got deposited over the fence. That is the first hit of the day from the 5, 6, 3, 4, 5 hitters. That was a shot that is not a home run in a lot of places. Wow. All right, Jun Jinu steps in as I'll reveal some cards. That is a fouled away, 1-1. So leading off, we've got Lee Jong-hoon. Hanwha fans will know this guy. He's the one that hit the walk-off against them on Sunday. The next card, you guys will all know who this is, as that is way up high. Current San Diego Padre, Song Sung Moon. And we've got an autograph card, ladies and gentlemen. Kim Young-gyu. See if I can get it to focus there. The autograph. Not an actual autograph, like an in-card autograph. That card's awesome. That card's kind of pretty cool. That misses up high. Kind of like that card. Pretty cool looking card. That's it for that card. Is we've got a 3-1 count now. Is Han Yoon Sum or Han Yoon San Hum is not able to throw strikes. That's a swing and a miss on ball 4. 7 pitches now, 1 home run. Should have walked him there. Here we go, the 3-2 count again. That's up high, ball 4. What did I ask if he can do? I believe I asked if he could throw strikes. Somehow, I know you guys are not going to believe this. I know you're not going to believe this. But I'm right again. I know it doesn't happen very often, only every day. But that'll be it for him. We'll have a pitching change. Crazy that I was able to predict that. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Where is a Kiwi? All right, who's coming in now, ladies and gentlemen? Great, the super crappy app is broken. This is what I see, guys. Absolutely zero players on the app. Super, super awesome app, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so glad they updated it. All right, Eminu out now. Again, very important. I thought he was going to be the closer. Wasn't he supposed to be the closer, Kiwi? All right, Junmin J leads things off. First pitch is a bunt. He fails at it, and it's in there for a strike. Yeah, well, it's the Ruda. It used to be KBO stats. But this year they changed it, and I hate it. I hate it. It's slow. It's slow. It's slow. It's slow. It's full of ads. It's just garbage. As the 0-1 pitch is a bunt, and he pulls it back, but it's still in there for a strike, and it's 0-2, and now he can't bunt. Oh, darn. Oh, darn. Yeah, you got a guy that just came in, and you're wanting to bunt. You've got all the momentum in the world. Closing by committee, closing by whoever can throw a strike. All right, so Junmin J getting to swing away now. 2-run shot in his first at bat. That is way outside though. And 1-2. Again, these teams are going to be throwing anybody they have out there because tomorrow is probably not going to be played. 2 pitch. Checks over on the runner. Looks like we do have a pinch runner here. That is definitely not Jun Janu over at first base. Lotte now 67% a chance to win as the 1-2 swing and a miss at ball 3. And that is a 1 away. First out of the day, or first out of the inning. Brings up the number 8 hitter, Jung Do Sung, who is now running. Ante Young now on the first base. All right, Jung Do Sung. He goes, and he is in there safe. Again, Hanwha is not good at throwing out base runners. That was on Shimu Jun to not be able to hold on to that, though. That throw was good enough to throw him out. The cheer teams make the songs. So the teams hire...
Thank you for the recommendation, Lintoff.
Thank you, Lintoff. As that is a swing and a miss, so 1-2. So the teams hire a company that has the cheerleaders. All of the cheerleaders and stuff are not like Hanwha cheerleaders. They're a company that sends out the cheerleaders. They make the songs and all of that stuff. So here we go with a 1-2 pitch. It misses outside at 2-2.
Thank you for the recommendation, Lee_Chen 437.
Thank you, Lee Chen. That is a slapped foul, and we'll keep it at the 2-2. 9 pitches now for Emi Nu. Yeah, so every team has a ton of songs. They have their actual cheer songs. They have songs for if they go ahead. They have songs if it's the bottom of the eighth. I mean, they have one. Is that misses up high, runs the count full, 3-2. Another full counts. The runner on second is there, courtesy of a walk. All right, here we go. The 3-2 count. Runner on a second base. And they check him back and they end up throwing. Oh, that is not good. The throw to second is wild into the outfield, and that's going to be an error. Moves him over to third base. And now the go ahead run is 90 feet away with a full count, ladies and gentlemen. This is KBO baseball. But Sean, yeah, you do have a Otani obviously had a song because in Japan they also have the cheer sections. So basically, Asian baseball, Latin American baseball, all the good baseball that's fun to watch, all has walk up songs. They all have cheer songs. They all have dances, all of that stuff. And then there's the MLB where the players plays. That is fouled away. Stays 3-2. They do. Well, part of the reason why they don't steal is because there's so many bunts. There's so many bunts that they don't get a chance to steal. They pinch run, but then they don't steal. As the 3-2 is going to be a single into the gap that is going to roll. And Peraza cuts it off, but that's going to be an RBI single from Jang Do-sung. No, that's already taken by their old closer, Kung Fu Carl. Their old closer had that same name, or that same song as that misses up high. Exactly, Sean. Exactly. Check over on the runner. The runner on first is also very fast. I'm going to guess that he is going to be trying to steal, as the runner at the hitter at the plate's a 2 for 3 on the day, a couple singles, a run scored. Oh, that's good, Armin or Arpo. Ooh, checks on him again. Kim Dae-yeon is saying, "Ooh, that was close." I think he was back. That is lifted up into center field. Center fielder going back and makes the catch, and he will retreat back. 2 away now. All right, so Wang Sung Bin will step up. Well, he looks like he missed a sign. Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe he can get you in backstage, Arpo. All right, so Wang Sung Bin, and this one he's going to steal easily. And another stolen base puts him at second base, and that would have been him on third base if they wouldn't have swung at that pitch. All right, Wong Sung Bin, the 0-1 pitch, or the 0-1 pitch coming up. And misses way up and out of the zone, 1-1. Oh for 4 on the day, 4-3 ground out, a 4-3 ground out, and a 4-3 ground out, and then just a struck out on ball 4. And here we go, the 1-1 pitch. Fouls it away, no Shiwan at the wall. But that will bounce in to the stands, and 1-2. No, this guy the Hanwha catcher throws out either 11 or 14%. The Lotte catcher throws out 8%. As the 1-2 misses way outside at 2-2. Spider doesn't make rally caps. If they did, they'd sell them for $70 a pop. Lotte now 77% chance of winning. White looking on. Here we go, the 2-2 pitch. And slap foul on another ball. Stays at 2-2. Here we go, the 2-2 pitch coming up once again. Hong Sung Bin 0 for 4 on the day. Not what you want from your leadoff runner. As that is going to be a shot that no, he doesn't dive. And that is going to score another run as Hong Sung Bin comes up with his first hit. It's an RBI single. And as the stolen base comes back, and another hit, another run, and that is called the old insurance run, ladies and gentlemen. Hong Sung Bin finally coming up as Go Sung Min steps in now. Checks over on the runner. I imagine that he's going to be stealing too. Yeah, 77% chance is the same as a 97% chance in the KBO. Actually, 77% chance is the same as a 50-50. Kenny, you should have an extra credit question about why is Samsung the worst cheer team? And the answer to that is because all of their songs are copyrighted. Yeah. The pitch outs, and he still steals on the pitch outs. He still steals on the pitch outs. He steals on the pitch outs. Wow. Huh. Oh, Han saw double clutch that. The Go Sung Min swings and misses. Runner on second now. Another single scores another one. And 1 in there for a strike. 1-2. Because they haven't had anybody on base. 1-2 pitch. He lifts that one up. Left fielder over underneath it. And 3 away, but they get 3 on a solo shot, a walk, a stolen base, a single, a stolen base, a single, and a stolen base. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. 6-4 Lotte. Again, I just had this feeling. I just had this feeling that Hanwha was going to blow it because Lotte had been chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. Again, they were 4 for 15 with runners on base at that point. So they were 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. They were just 1 hit away from really turning the game around. He can hit. He's I think he has a OPS of 1100. He has 8 homers on the season. He's coming up now. All right, to Kim Wong-jun out on the mound. 18 games at 2-2 with 2 losses, 0-2. Former closer here. All right, so leading things off. Saw, this is the catcher. Bats is in there for a strike, 0-1. Saw 0 for 3 on the day as that misses up high. That is going to be stroked into the gap, and he is going to be on base with a leadoff single. All right, OJ Wan will pinch hit or pinch run for him. See if they try the same philosophy. Kim Tae-yeon. That is a foul away. All right, here we go. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Kim Tae-yeon. Into the dirt. 1-1. Uh, I mean, you can go back to the that one is fouled away. You can go back to the top of the first inning or the bottom of the first inning when they had runners on first and second and they bunted with their number 3 hitter. But at the same time, you bring in uh, Yoon Han Sum, who just is either hit or miss. They don't have a closer. They overextended all of their pitchers last year, and now this year they're all in the second league. So the 1-2 pitch now, the Kim Tae-yeon fouls that one off, stays a 1-2. On the Lotte pitcher, I don't know where to find that. On the Lotte's catcher is the worst at catching, at throwing out runners in the league. He's 8% coming into today's game. Again, you pinch run here, but you haven't tried to steal a base yet. Han Dong-hee is out of the game. Getting a better defender, Pak Sung-uk. All right, so 1-2 pitch. Now, Arpo, it won't come up for another month or 4 weeks. All the videos are 4 weeks behind. All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball through the left side, and Kim Tae-yeon does what Kim Tae-yeon does, and that is come through with a hit. Runners on first and second now. They all do, Sean. They all wear sunglasses at night. They are. All right, Ito Yoon steps in now. Runners on first and second, nobody out. The number 8 hitter coming up. Do you bunt? He's grabbing the bat like he's gonna bunt. 1 for 3 on the day, an RBI single. That was how Hanwha ended up taking the lead. Oh, they're gonna do it. No way. They're gonna slash bunt. They're gonna slash bunt. Yep, that's what he did. I knew he was gonna slash bunt because he was holding it really, really early. Not just early, really, really early. All right, 0-1 pitch now. All right, here we go. The 0-1 pitch. Are they going to have a pitch clock violation? Nope. And that was an awful throw by the catcher. Tried to back pick him. And that is lucky that nobody else ended up on third base. That was an awful, awful decision by the catcher. Steve, it's where they fake the bunt and then pull the bat back. Oh, it hit his foot. That's why it didn't go farther into the outfield. All right, here we go. The 1-1 pitch now coming up. Hanwha with a 29.8% chance of winning. Runner on first and second, nobody out. He drops down the bunts. He's going to go to third, and he got him. Good thing they pinch ran for the catcher. Good thing they pinch hit for the or pinch ran for the catcher. All right, so stepping in now is Mr. Mookie Betts himself. Nope, never mind. Che and Ho. Where are we at here? Yep, you bunt it right. You got to bunt that down the first base line because your catcher's going to be able to grab that going straight to third base. Easily make that play. Cheyenne O has been known to hit a huge three-run homer into this stadium. That misses way outside though. 2-0. Thank you. I think that says Linton. All right, here we go. The 2-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike, and it's a 2-1. Cheyenne O is stepping in. Uh-oh. Start coaching in the. These guys were playing in the 80s. Playing in the 60s is the 2-1, and that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman, a toss to the shortstop, throws to first in time, and that is going to be a pinch hit for 6-3 double play. As their first two batters reach on singles, and Hanwha's manager manages to. We'll go to the ninth inning. Fantastic inning. I mean, you guys know where we're going to get the update on that inning. Oh, the fire of the manager is going to be ecstatic right now. Double check my numbers here. Good Lord. Was that the definition of a poorly managed inning? God, Kiwi, I'm so glad I'm not a Hanwha fan anymore. Because if I was at the game, obviously I'd still be at the game. If I was at the game and I might be thrown, I might get deported after that. Watching that, I probably would have been on the field yelling and screaming at the manager. Because that was awful. All right, to top of the 3-4-5 hitters coming up for Lotte here. That was good Lord, was that bad? It does look like that's a different second baseman too. Looks like that. It doesn't. That does not look like Go Sung Min. Oh no, it was. All right, Park Jun Young. They start to boo. It is not part of Korean culture, but it definitely starts to happen. All right, so Reyes leads things off. Park Jun Young out on the mound. Reyes 0 for 4 on the day. That's in there for a strike. Reyes does, however, have an RBI. 1-3 ground out in his last at-bats. 0-1. Misses up high, 1-1. Wang Young Mook at second, Ito Yoon over at short, OJ Wan in center field. As the 1-1 is going to be right back up the middle. And again, you're not going to keep him hitless all day when he's getting 5 hits. Reyes comes through. I imagine they're going to pinch run for him now. Yep, they made the international sign of somebody on a run for you. All right, we've got a bunch of changes here. Wang Sung Bin. Yep, Reyes comes out. Wang Sung Bin is in left field. Sonju Young, I believe. I don't really understand this, but Na Sung Yup, a swing and a miss up high. That is popped up. Who gets out of play though? That's 0-2. Yeah, it was. I knew it wasn't. That is going to be lifted, but it's right at the left fielder, and that's will be 1 away. See, I didn't think that was Go Sung Min at second base. The footwork was really, really shoddy. All right, just stepping in now. Pak Sung-uk getting his first at-bat of the day. That is low into the dirt, so 1-0. All right, so let me see if I can get all this Hanwha mess. That misses up. 2-0. No. That is lifted up. A Peraza under it, though. And 2 away. Trying to get all these changes here. Right, Yeho Jun steps in. 1-0. Yeah, and I'm trying to get all these positions changed. June. That's a misses and a 2-0. All right, I think I've got Hanwha's updated. Pak Sung-uk is not up. That's in there for a strike at 2-1 now. Starting tonight at practice. make sure you get a good glove. 2-1 pitch. It sets up on the outside. And that's in there for a strike. 2-2. Yo June 107 on the season. The 2-2 misses up high, and that is going to be a stolen base from Son Ho Young. And this is a different catcher, ladies and gentlemen. This is not the same catcher. All right, a 3-2 count. That's going to be a ground ball foul. Oh, this has been an absolute mess. Give me just a sec. So they stole 1, 2, 3 stolen. This is their 4th stolen base in the last 5 outs. Here we go. The 3-2 pitch once again. That's going to be a ground ball lined right at the third baseman, though. Makes the catch. And we will go to the bottom of the 9th. The Hanwha's got to get 2 before Lotte gets 3 outs. KBO walk-off homer. Oh, man. Who hit it is the question. Kim Moon Bin with a walk-off homer. That was a no-doubter, too. 130 meters. No, I think, is this the only game left? Well, sort of. The looks like the Kia game isn't final, but it's 14-0, so it's pretty much final. So Hanwha will come up. They will have the top of the lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Hanwha will have the top of their lineup to try to do the damage. Leading off with Mr. Mookie himself. What are the odds that Hanwha wins, or what are the odds that KBO has a walk-off home run? Against SSG, not too bad, honestly. Double check my numbers going in here. 612-0-481 per bet. Oh, Che Jun-Yong. Oh, got the hiccups. Che Jun-Yong out on the mound for Lotte. 6 saves, 17 games, 18 innings. But I mean, there's brands that are good. All right, the top of the lineup here in the 9th inning. Son Ho Young into right field. He must mean Go Sung Min is done. All right, so Wong Young Mook will lead things off at the top of the lineup. Are you ready, Kiwi? First pitch is up high out of the zone, 1-0. They've got the offense. Hanwha has the offense to get some runs. They have plenty of offense. The 1-0 misses outside at 2-0. 2-0 pitch. This is up high, ball 3. Again, you've got Peraza on deck, Moon Hyun Bin, Kangbae Ko. You've got the part of the lineup that you want. Here we go, the 3-0 pitch right down the middle for a strike, a 3-1. All they need is base runners. I hope they get a runner on, and I hope they bunt. I hope they get a runner on, and I hope they bunt. 3-1 pitch, fouls it away, runs the count full, 3-2. And the 3-2 outside, and he walks him. That's what they need to start it off. Brings up Peraza. Already has one home run today. This is the scariest lineup in the KBO, ladies and gentlemen, and they've got to do it. Old school uniform there. B31 on the season, a solo shot, and that's in there for a strike. 0-1. Solo shot back in the third, a single back in the first. Led to the bunt, so Wong Young Mook doesn't matter over there at the first base. Here we go, the 0-1. That's going to be a ground ball. The shortstop underhand toss to the second baseman, throws to first in time. And that is a 6-4-3 double play. And Hanwha down to their final outs. Yeah, I would just get Luke. I would just look. Obviously I wouldn't spend it too much. All right, so Mr. Clutch himself steps in. That's his in there for a strike at the top of the zone. But you were what you were doing is you were calling it. You knew it was going to happen. On pitch. This is outside, 1-1. Again, it's definitely not over. Moon Hyun Bin 1 for 2 on the day. A sacrifice bunt that's luckily got that first run of the game for Hanwha. And then the 6-3 ground out, a double and a walk. He's been on base his last 2 times. That is up high, ball 2, 2-1. You know it's bad when Kiwi is calling it over. As the 2-1 pitch misses low, and ball 3, 1 pitch away from putting the tying run at the plates with the KBO RBI leader. Again, Lotte has taken out all of their offensive players and substituted defensive players at this point. So if Hanwha can tie it up here, Hanwha suddenly has the advantage. As a 3-1, that's not going to do it, though, as that's going to be a fly out to center field under it, and that will be the game. And Hanwha got the first run. It was an important one, but they forgot that there were 8 other innings left to be played. That's will be the end of the game. Again, Hanwha had a chance. Hanwha had a chance. Again, start of the game, Eugene Young with a walk. Then Peraza with a single puts runners on first and second. Bottom of the first inning, the most important thing is to bunt with your number 3 hitter. They ended up getting a run on a 4-3 RBI ground out from Kang Baek Ho in the next at bats. Then Lotte immediately took the lead back, or took the lead with a walk and then a 2-run shot by Jungmin Jae. In the bottom of the third, Peraza tied it up with a solo shot. He might have a new job by Friday. He might have a job by Friday, Jet Set. And then bottom of the fourth inning. This is actually where Hanwha scored 2 runs, but they probably should not have scored 2 runs there. You had a walk to No Shiwan, so flyouts from Kang Baek-ho, a walk to No Shiwan, then a double by Kim Tae-yeon, puts runners on second and third. Then you had 2 outs at that point. There was a ground ball to the first baseman. The first baseman didn't charge it, got it, and just a soft toss to Beasley covering first base. Ito Yoon was able to beat it out. That scored a run. Then a hit by pitch and a walk ended up scoring the next run. That put them up 4-2 at the time. And I said it really seemed like Lotte was hanging around. Hanwha's bullpen is very, very bad. They're really bad now that Cushing is apparently waiting for a flight to take home on Friday. So their bullpen can't hold leads. They didn't hold the lead on Sunday, and then again today they couldn't hold the lead because while Han Saw is very good offensively, he is very bad at throwing out runners. He's purely an offensive catcher. So in the 7th inning, you had a single, and then sorry, I had the wrong one. In the 7th inning, you had a single to lead it off, and then a strikeout, then another single, then a 1-3 RBI groundouts made it to 4-3 at the time. Then you get into the 8th inning. You had a leadoff home run from Han Dong-hee that tied the game. Then a walk, a stolen base, a single, RBI single. That's allowed 1 run to come in. That took the lead 5-4, and then another stolen base, and then another RBI single, and then another stolen base allowed the runs to come in. Then in the 9th inning, again, you had a leadoff single, a stolen base, but they weren't able to bring them in. But in the bottom of the 8th, you had single, puts runners on the first and second. And then once again, you try to bunt. You're down by 2 runs. You have first and second. If you bunt them over, you increase your chance of scoring run. But you lower your chance of scoring 2 runs, which means a bunt here is absolutely stupid. But they still drop down the bunts. It's a bad bunt. The catcher ends up picking up, throws to third, takes the lead runner out, and that puts runners on first and second still. But Che En-ho pinch hits and hits into a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. So runners on first and second, you have a chance. You end up not being able to score a run. That sends us to the 9th inning. Then the bottom of the 9th inning, you got a leadoff walk. Peraza comes up and hits into a 6-4-3 double play. That's pretty much ended the game. And then the solo, or not the solo, but the pop out to center field from Moon Hyun Bin officially ended the game. So Lotte gets to come from behind victory. Hanwha, again, their bullpen is in absolute disarray. When they do get a lead, when they get good pitching from their guy, they're not able to do anything. When they don't get good pitching, obviously the bullpen doesn't matter at that point. They're in a situation now where if they get a lead, they're now going to feel like they can't keep the lead. They are mentally in a situation now where they don't have any confidence. You can see it. You can see it in the way they play. Again, you have a manager that plays for 1 run in the first inning like it matters instead of trying to get a big lead. And with as bad of a bullpen they have, they've got to have a big lead. Anything under 5 runs probably doesn't feel secure for both Hanwha fans and the Hanwha players. Uh, so again, it all goes back to last year with overuse of the bullpen. All those guys are now in the second league because their arms are dead because they were overused last year. But that's what happens whenever you manage every game like it's the last game of the Korean series. So elsewhere around the league, Samsung a 10-2 victory over KT, Kia 14-0 victory over LG. That puts Samsung up into a first place tie. Doosan with a 9-3 win against NC, and QM with a walk-off win against SSG. So tomorrow I will be back. One more game. It'll be SSG versus QM because there's a ton of rain coming through. Chances are no games are going to be played tomorrow except for the SSG versus QM game because that will be in the dome. So that's it for me, guys. I will be back tomorrow, same time, same place. SSG versus QM. Hopefully, it's another game like they had today. So, as always, thank you guys, and until next time.